Hello everyone, welcome to Gear Latam. I'm Nico, and today is our second episode, and we are so glad to invite Gear Ecosystem Tech Lead in Latin America, Luis. Hello, Luis.
Hello, how are you doing?
Great. So actually, it's our first time to meet each other. I mean, in this way, face to face.
Yeah.
So thanks for accepting the invitation. I'm quite excited to have you here to talk Gear's latest updates in Latin America and the general environment about the crypto world by your side. So before we started, would you mind introducing yourself?
Sure. My name is Luis Alberto Ramirez Enjoy. I am from Mexico City. I am software engineering. I have been in the IT world like the last 15 years ago. And also I have developed some personal projects in order to improve the restaurant industry in Latam, currently a startup called Repos.
Thank you. So in fact, it's hard to believe for me that you have been working as a developer for 15 years because, you look so young. I really hope I have the magic same with you. Women forever young. And by the way, you just said you developed several projects on your own and to just bike some restaurant industry. So how it's going on?
Yeah, well, in the past or the last years, I have developed some different applications, as I said, basically on the restaurant industry, trying to improve what is working right now in Mexico. And working with technology with the team, we've found that that will be necessary to create a blockchain integration, just to be transparent with the people, and we start creating a project in Ethereum. At the beginning, it was like 3, almost 4 years ago, we started creating this smart contract platform over Ethereum, and at that moment, even right now, Ethereum, it's a really expensive network. But just to understand how to connect blockchain with Web2 technology, we start creating this dApp. And at the end, we realized that we need to find something else, something better, something cheaper. Ethereum is good, but it doesn't fit with all the different business logics. So it was the beginning to start creating dApps in blockchain. And after, I realized that more blockchains is interesting ones. There are in the ecosystem like Polkadot, for example. And from that moment on, Polkadot and Gear is everything about technology. And I will tell you why and everything, but this is basically a small trajectory about how I start in this blockchain industry.
Okay, really cool. I sincerely hope your company is going well and achieve a big success in the future. And actually, as a broadcast, I don't want to make a formal interview or something more technical. So, like always, you can see there are lots of interviews about technical, and all those stuff will make all this boring. So sometimes I don't want to make a formal interview or something more technical. So if you don't mind, would you like to share more info about your personal experience before you join the Gear team?
Yeah. It's a lot of experience, a lot of time in the IT industry. I have created application for the government, for example, website or web applications, also for the private industry. And the gas industry, I was 7 years in a row creating applications to control the machines that insert gas into the cars, basically all the system controlling these machines and all the information around it. I was developing. After I started creating my own companies, because I believe that it was really interesting and important to provide my own solutions to all the ecosystems that I believe it needs to be improved in Mexico. And I started with the restaurant industry. In fact, in the restaurant industry, I have 7 years. And with RedPost, which is the startup, I have 6 years. 6 years in a row creating solutions. And well, right now I have almost 1 year with Gear because I really love the team and everything. But I believe that we'll have time to share this information with you more in detail.
Yeah, that's an amazing idea to combine restaurant service with blockchain. So it must take huge courage to implement your idea and begin your career in blockchain industry. But no pace, no gaze. And as it turns out, it was all worth it. And like you say, just you met Gear team and join us, and now I have the chance to talk with you here. Yeah. So, Gear is totally a new project when you join the Gear team because it's been 1 year since here. So could you share the reason and the story about why you choose Gear?
Absolutely. Yeah, I could tell it in just a few words. The team, technology, and disruption behind Gear. About team, well, at the beginning, I understand what is Gear for Pablo Salas, which actually is the ecosystem leader in Gear. And he explained what it was Gear a long time ago to me. And it was amazing to me understand that people like Nikolai Wolf is behind this kind of project, one of the creators of substrates technology, which actually is the core of the Polkadot ecosystem. This blockchain, this technology to create your own blockchain customized, it's really incredible. And to know that Nikolai is behind the project and he has a cool vision to create a new blockchain that helps the web developers, the Web2 developers enter into the Web3 ecosystem using powerful technology, that blew my mind. So I thought I really would like to share with the team what I can. And well, right now I have the opportunity to do it. And about the technology, because the current blockchains are running with new technologies. The blockchain is something that you need to improve daily. And well, it was cool, the technology 10 years ago, like the technology behind Bitcoin, C++, for example, or the technology behind Ethereum, Solidity. But Gavin Wood, when he started his own company to create a best project, Polkadot, he decided instead of using Solidity, use Rust. So if this person, basically Gavin Wood is the person who has coined the Web3 word, start using this kind of technology, then something big is coming. And Gear is using all the more important technology behind Polkadot, and also including more things like its own palettes in the smart contracts, for example. And well, everything about technology it's a bomb. It's really interesting, and that's the reason it was easy to decide where to be. And right now, I am absolutely sure that here it's the more interesting technology in the ecosystem.
Awesome, thank you. Perfect answer, detailed and powerful. And you've said everything I want to say. So as you mentioned before, you are a software engineer and you have been in programming for over 15 years. So would you like to share more info about the most promising technical features of Gear protocol from your perspective?
Absolutely. Yeah, technically talking, the technology behind Gear, as we know, is substrate-based blockchain technology. So it means that we use the technology of substrate to create the blockchain. That is just the beginning, because Also, Gear growth specific palettes like the smart contracts, which improves the way currently the smart contracts are programmed in a very fast and pacey way. Gear used some Web 2 approaches to Web 3 solutions that never have been used before, like the actor model, which actually is one of the important keys in Gear. The actor model enables to share information between contracts through messages. Instead of using shared memory, for example, Gear is creating this optimizations behind the smart contracts that it is making the full blockchain runs really fast. So technically talking, Gear is innovating the ecosystem in an incredible way.
Yeah. In fact, Gear lowers the barrier for developers in the Web 2 world to join the Web 3. So they can use programming languages they are familiar with without learning a new one. So everyone can deploy their dApps or can pass smart contracts on Gear within 5 minutes in the most easy and most efficiency and the lowest cost way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
I know that in the past few weeks, you have presented Gear to attend the Polkadot Hackathon, right? So how is everything going on? Do you have anything most impressive for you?
Yeah. In fact, 2 days ago, it was a closing party for the Polkadot Latam Hackathon. And we were there with Pavel, with Nikolai, with Alexander. It was a cool event. All the event, it lasts like almost 2 months. And we realized that it was bigger than we thought because it was the first Polkadot Hackathon in Latam. And we are aware about all the things we need to improve in Latam, talking about technology. For example, Rust is not a programming language that many developers in Latam dominate. So it's important to let them know what is the best options for the smart contracts ecosystem. And Polkadot Hackathon Latam, it was a really big event. There were 41 projects finished. We don't know yet the winners, but it was pretty cool. A lot of people trying to involve in the ecosystem, some Rust experienced developers, others that comes from other technology. That is amazing. The amazing thing about the Polkadot and Latam hackathon, it was an incredible and good event. It was the first. I'm pretty sure that the next year will be better, but for this year, it was pretty good.
Yeah, pretty cool. And I know Pavel just delivered a speech and talk about Gear protocol, and there are lots of developers. Yeah.
Yep.
So besides the hackathon, what events have we held so far? I mean, in Latin America. So would you like to share the latest achievement we've made in your region? Yeah.
Yeah. Something I really like about Gear is the focus on education. You can search everywhere. There is no one blockchain focused on education as Gear right now is working hard in a lot of countries with universities. There are really the future of new programmers, new developers in the Web3 industry. So actually, in America, we have worked pretty hard in Mexico. We have given several workshops in many universities in Mexico, talking about blockchain and ending with a practice smart contract Rust. That is part of the workshop. But also, we have monthly meetings with the community in Mexico to spread the word about what's Gear and what Gear is doing in the tech industry. Also, we'll finish in this December with a hackathon. After months to work with universities, we decided that it will be a good idea to join them and teach them the basis and the more important things about Web3 technology and help them to create a dApp with Rust in the Polkadot ecosystem using the Gear platform. So that will be the next December, 15, 16, and 17 December. So everybody is invited to be part of it. It will be streamed also. So if you are not in Mexico but you want to stay tuned about this event, well, we'll be talking about it.
Yeah, you guys really did a great job. And I know the monthly meetup at Bitcoin Ambassador Bar, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that the Bitcoin Ambassador Bar is the if there is a place in Mexico where you can find Web3 developers or Web3 community, that is the place. The Bitcoin Ambassador Bar in Mexico, it's a really important place to share information with people and to understand what is happening in the Web3 ecosystem in Mexico City.
Yeah, because the meetup with community, in the bar is so popular, and I know people love it because I read lots of comments from the community, and they are really happy to join the meetup and have the chance to meet Gear team. But the only regret for me is that I couldn't be there because of the epidemic. So such a pity.
Yeah.
So far, we have made great achievements in Latin America. So would you like to share about the overall ecosystem development of Gear in Latin America? So, and which part of the eco development are you most focused on?
Sure. This year we are focused first on spreading the word about Gear technology. As we know, Gear right now is running the testnet. We're almost ready to run our mainnet, which actually the name is Vara Network. Maybe it's a little bit early to tell it, but well, it's almost done. We have been sharing ideas with the community about what we can build with this templates. Gear right now, if you go to the website of Gear, you will find more of 20 templates. Whatever you want to build with that. Let's say that if you want to create your own ERC20, if you want to create your own NFT marketplace, escrow, DAO, everything, the basis, Gear has written templates just to one developer download it, and in less than 5 minutes you deploy it into the Gear platform. So right now we're just pushing to go this path in order to deploy application with the community. But the first focus obviously is to let them know what is Gear, how does it work. And now that the mainnet is almost ready, well, obviously we will use all this information to help all the developers out there who wants to deploy, adapt with Gear. We will help them to achieve this goal. So basically that's it.
That's wonderful. And like you say, the templates, I know there are many templates on Gear Wiki because I Googled it yesterday. It's about 20 smart contract examples on our wiki. So if our audience who want to try it, you can check it on our wiki. Yeah. And like you said, the technology, Gear technology, because technology is always one of the key factors for the development of any project. So without the cutting edge technologies, we can't attract more developers, and we can't attract community. But when it comes to technology, it occurs to me that it seems that Gear standalone network is coming soon, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's basically days and weeks to be there. And well, just before to start this new step, we need to move forward and prepare all the people, because we have run hackathons, and that will be part of maybe this interview, but people is ready to deploy in Gear. There are developers, and we are helping to create more developers with this university plan that we are running right now. So yeah, everything is ready to explode. Gear will be really an amazing blockchain Many people understand it right now. Maybe people have heard about Gear because of all these events, but I'm pretty sure that the next year this will explode, and so many people will want to write dabbing Gear because all the technical things, because all the improvement, because all the cool things about the Gear network. But it will be amazing the next year. I'm pretty sure about it.
Yeah, wonderful, and it also fits for developers. So because there's sure to be a lot of fantastic work on hackathon in Mexico, and we are looking forward to the hackathon.
Yeah.
So you can also see something happened. Some bad things happened in our market recently, like this year, from Luna and 3 Arrows, and the latest one, FTX. So, what's the current general environment of the blockchain industry in Latin America? So, and how's the passion of the crypto users? Is there any bad impact of the recently the FTX collapse?
Okay, well, that is interesting question, because those events are the bad part of the blockchain, without doubt, and it's it's the bad thing about it. But people is the only word that comes to my mind to tell how it was built, everything behind Luna and Solcius pyramid business model and other failures in the blockchain ecosystem. It's the bad part of the industry, but we try to share with our community. When you enter into the blockchain ecosystem, we need to understand that we believe in the ideas behind a blockchain or the ideas behind a dApp. That's the reason why I put my money into the blockchain. That's why I get coins from that blockchain. And I am hoping that in the future, this project, it works perfectly. And after, we're helping together to make it better. And after that, the project will recompense all the users and provide a gain. Yeah, so the coin, maybe it will be, I can gain money if I sell this coin. But that is the last part of this thing. We need to make, we need to be clear about this. And we always talk with our community, and they are a little bit ashamed about the situation, but also they are aware that if you trust in the project and this project is not doing well right now, we need to help to make it better, to come back. Yeah, right now the market is not pretty well. We're in a bear market, and we don't know when we'll change this. But we can help, we can innovate, we can build, and that will be the best thing we can do right now. And that's the focus of Gear right now. Yeah, helping people to understand the technology. And when a better time comes, then everything it will be better for everybody. But we need to understand the basics if you want to enter into the blockchain ecosystem.
Yeah, I believe that, because as users, many times we need to focus on the technology and, like you said, the background of one project, because the risky prevention and control measures are very important for us. But what comes around always come around. So, but I believe the market definitely get better and better in the future, and there is always a ray of hope for us.
Absolutely.
But I think it's lucky because the Latin American market is booming. But marketing is also a very important part and for a project. So would you like to talk about how Gear will expand the Latin American market in the future?
Yeah, marketing is a key word when we're talking about blockchain project, because there are a lot of projects out there, a lot really, and nobody knows about it. Yeah, and well, indeed, one of the most important things to become a successful project is the capability to spread the word and make the project visible to the community. The universities are just the beginning for the goal to have new dApps on the Gear platform. But also we're going to focus on building new dApps and touching some other experimental ones who wants to write dApp. Just remember that Gear is building a platform to let them understand to Web2 developers what is the blockchain ecosystem and enter into the Web3 ecosystem. Right now, we have templates in Rust, but in the future, we'll have in other programming languages. So if you know one of these WASM compatible programming languages, you will be able to enter into the Web3 ecosystem. And that's the idea behind Gear, talking about this infrastructure project. And we're focused on that. Obviously, the marketing, spread the word, is really important, because if we have a really huge and interesting and powerful platform, but nobody knows it, then the platform won't stay alive a lot. So Git is working everywhere, in everything, that also with the core developers, improving the platform, with people helping to spread the word, and doing events, helping universities to understand what is blockchain. Everything is amazing about Gear, and I guess that Gear is doing pretty well around the globe. And let's see the next year. The next year we'll have the results, and I hope that the next year we'll have more Rust developers everywhere. Right now there are not a lot. We have a lot of Solidity programmers, which is cool, just to begin with the ecosystem. But if there are other technologies in some ways better, then we deserve to build better dApps.
Yes. And you know that you said develops and marketing. If we do good marketing, we can attract more develops, and the develops can help us build more interesting products or dApps and show their power and magic. And that's a very crucial point for us right now. And I know we will also launch more activities for developers, like provide corresponding benefits for them in the future. So I think we will get more and more developers, and they will build and deploy their smart contract or dApps on Gear platform. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So currently, as a developer, you have been exploring Polkadot for quite a long time. So I'm curious about which part of Polkadot ecosystem are you most interested, and why?
Yeah, well, Polkadot blockchain and Polkadot technology is one of the more important technologies in the arena. It is really important to help people to understand what is Polkadot, what is the focus, and why Gear is building the blockchain in Polkadot. Just to be clear, Gear will be able to run the standalone network, the Kusama network, and the Polkadot network. So Gear is able to run by itself, which actually it's coming, but also we're focused to build our parachain in the Polkadot ecosystem. So people need to understand what is a parachain, what are the components in Polkadot ecosystem, just to let them know how important it is, the shared security that provides Polkadot in this scenario. It's important also to let them know why Polkadot is running several transactions at the same time in an asynchronous way, and that makes faster transactions. It's important because we need to accomplish the blockchain trilemma, which actually is based on scalability, security, and right now Polkadot is trying to make it interoperable, and it's important to connect different blockchains to avoid breaches, for example, which actually a bridge, it's insecure by its nature. And
yeah, like you said, In fact, Gear is doing such things like Gear has been spreading the Web3 concepts and you said the blockchain technology around the world. Because we did both of us did many educational workshops in well-known universities, and we also we will also be launching courses in the future. I think that Gear Academy is conducted by Gear developers, so that in this way more people will have the opportunity to learn about blockchain technology, and they will know Gear technology, about the Polkadot as well as its booming ecosystem.
Yeah, absolutely. It's cool that you mentioned the Gear Academy, because that is a part of the educational information Gear is providing. Right now, we're running a test with some developers just to improve this, the way we interact with the developers. The Gear Academy will be translated also in different languages. And I'm pretty sure the next year we'll be working with even experimented developers, but also with new developers that understand. If you know Rust, for example, if you understand the basics of this programming language, then you will be able to build over the Gear platform. And that's the focus behind this platform that Gear is building, the Gear Academy.
Yeah, Gear Academy will help people learning it from scratch, and they will know how to do that. And it's totally free. I think it's a great academy.
Yeah, and just to add more information about this, some of these people that start using the platform to know how does it work. I know some of them, they are Solana developers, they are Near developers, for example, that also create their technology with Rust. And I have information about these people, that what Gear is doing with this platform and with the information is really interesting, just to let Rust developers to enter into the Web3 ecosystem. So we know that Rust is not so common programming language right now, but many people that are interested into building in the Web3 ecosystem, they are searching for the right platform. So Gear is providing these tools just to let them know that Gear is the right platform to build in.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think we just talk about something about Gear. So next, let's talk something about you, like yourself. So we all know the job in the crypto world is highly stressful and something I will feel so tired. So how do you usually relax yourself in your daily life?
Okay, yeah, I could say that it's a little bit stressful. I will say when you know what you do, you convert the stress in fun. But obviously, you need to use your time also in other activities just to reset yourself. And I used to use my time, my free time, with hobbies like workout. I love to do exercise constantly because it's important for the body, it's important for the mind. So also I like to learn languages. As you know, Gear is the centralized platform, even with the code, but with the people, because we are in everywhere. You are in China, we have people in Spain, in Turkey, in the United States. So there are a lot of languages involved, though obviously we also speak in English mainly. But it's interesting that there are a lot of languages in the team. So I really love to learn languages, and that's one of my part. I use part of my time trying to achieve this, and also to stay with family and friends. Basically, that's my my day, my daily basis with these activities.
Yeah, I think stay with your family and friends maybe the most pressure times, I think. And I can also see you love exercise because I can see that from your body.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Mm-hmm. And I think learning language is also a great hobby because I'm also thinking about whether I should learn in Russian.
Yeah.
Same reason with you. So which language are you learning now?
Russian.
The same with me.
Yeah. It's to be honest, it's a little bit complicated because, for example, for a Spanish person to understand languages, my native tongue is Spanish. So understand other languages like French, for example, it's really easy. It's really easy because there are some words that it sounds like a Spanish word, and even when you read it, also you have an idea about it. But in Russian, everything is different. The written, all the text that you can read, you need to understand first the sounds and you relate it to it. But after you finish reading the word, you don't understand what is meaning. What is the meaning behind that word? So it's interesting. It's interesting. The Russian is right now my goal to understand it. I hope to do it fast because I need it. The team speak a lot of this language.
Yeah, I think Russian is interesting because my friend told me that once you learn the 33 alphabets in Russians and you can pronounce anything you see. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
And would you like to try Chinese someday?
Yeah, maybe I have thought about that, but it will be the next challenge.
Yeah, people always say it's the most difficult language in the world.
Yeah, I have heard that.
And some of my friends just complain and say they don't want to learn it anymore. And every time when they say it, I feel so lucky I'm a Chinese and don't need to learn it from the beginning and avoid the suffering.
Yeah, and one thing I heard about the Chinese language is that you can learn the Mandarin, which as far as I know is the base, is the more important Chinese language. But in there are some other different languages around Chinese, right? So it changed from part to part. So maybe this could be a problem to your mind.
Yeah, but I think if you want to learn, you can just learn simplified Chinese, like Mandarin.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe we can talk with each other more about language next time.
Yeah, that will be good.
And we are basically working a distributed office now. So how do you usually allocate your working time and improve your work efficiency? I think it's also my problem.
Oh, yeah. It's a really fancy thing to work with the centralized team with many time zones and cultures. This makes it really easy to focus on objectives to get the things done. And also, I love something called Pomodoro technique, which when you develop software, it's a common technique. I'm going to explain it a little bit just to let you know what I am talking about. Basically, it's to rest between the work. So Francisco Cirillo, it was the Italian guy, a developer who started with this technique because the clock he used to use in order to stop after 30 minutes of work, it was a tomato. So pomodoro in Italian is tomato. And that's the reason why this technique is called the Pomodoro technique, because at the beginning with this technique, you need to focus on one task without intervention, without internet connection even. You need to focus into this task full time. The Pomodoro technique talks about 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, you need to rest 5 minutes. And you need to do in this 5 minutes everything related to whatever but work. And after you start working again 30 minutes, you rest 5 minutes, and you have a long rest, 20 minutes. And after you restart your work 30 minutes, 5 minutes, and that way 7 times. It's the beginning of the Pomodoro technique. But in 2018, as far as I remember, a new report about productivity, it comes out, and I read it. A company start searching what is the best timing, or at the beginning, what is the people doing to be productive? And they got the result. It was to take a rest. Okay, that is the beginning. But what is the best time to rest in order to be productive? And this in this experiment, in this study, the timing was 52-17. It's basically the 52-17 rule, which it tells you need to focus on one task 52 minutes and rest 17. And that's basically the way I work with Pomodoro. The brain is not able to focus on one task more than 1 hour. And we need to be aware about this, because I thought several years ago that I was really productive because I was in front of the computer all the day. And I said, yeah, I did it. I was 10 hours in a row developing or creating something. And I thought that I was really productive. But the reality is that I need to take a rest between work. So that is a good way to be productive. And in my opinion, it's important to take a rest, to reset yourself, reset your mind, and return to be productive again.
Yes, I agree, because I always sit before the desktop and for the whole day. So maybe next time I can try your method. And I also think it seemed you've got a lot of energy and never tired, because you are so energetic and hold a passion for the blockchain industry, with perfect state and many people dream about. So do I.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe I need to exercise like you. Yeah. And I only have the last question, and the last question is here, Gear Eco is getting better and better. So many people show great interest in Gear ecosystem, and they also want to participate our community and want to build some interesting things with us. So what would you say to those who are looking forward to join or just join Gear ecosystem, and also for the Polkadot ecosystem?
Okay, just to begin, you are on the right path if you are searching a solution for your dApp, for your blockchain in the Polkadot ecosystem. And I'm going to tell you why. Because as we have seen in this year, Polkadot has the lowest total electricity consumption and total carbon emissions per year of 6 so-called proof-of-stake blockchain studies. So, okay, if that is not enough for you, also the best development activity, Gear uses the same technology that Polkadot does. And for example, Rust, Wasm, Substrate, all this stack bring the best infrastructure platform for the developers trying to enter into the blockchain arena. So if you want to be part of this revolution, join us. You are on the right path. Without a doubt, normally those are really interesting discussions, but with this information I am providing, And it's not my opinion. We need to clarify. Polkadot has these results with work of all the community. So it's not an opinion, it's a result, it's information that is relevant for the ecosystem. And it's true. So we cannot debate versus the reality. We just need to follow. And Polkadot is right now the best solution if you are talking about technology.
Yes, I think it's a good advice and totally agree with you. And I also believe Polkadot and believe Gear. So I guess anyone who wants to participate Gear or participate Polkadot, just come and join us and build together with us and build a better Web3 world. And I think that's all of our broadcast tonight. And thank you for watching. And thank you, Luis. I'm so honored and so happy to talk with you here. I'm so
thank you.
Yeah, because it's so happy to talk with you here. And I also want to explore more about the language part. If we are free, maybe we can talk next time. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for this talk. Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, looking forward to next talk. Bye bye.